From the hell forges of a dying Imperium, a metal is born, a metal to defy gods and daemons, a metal to stand against the tide of eternal war. Prepare to delve into the mysteries of Adamantium. The genesis of a legend. In the grim darkness of the far future, where war is the only constant, the Imperium of man clings to survival. To safeguard its dominion and the lives of its warriors, it turns to a substance as revered as it is rare, adamantium. This is not merely a metal, it is a legend forged in the heart of dying stars, a testament to the ingenuity of the Adeptus Mechanicus and the unwavering faith in the Omnissiah. The Emperor's decree and the birth of a metal. The genesis of adamantium lies shrouded in the mists of ancient history, lost in the annals of the age of technology. It is said that the Emperor himself, during the Great Crusade, recognized the need for a material that could withstand the ravages of a galaxy consumed by strife. He tasked his most gifted tech priests with the creation of a metal that would be nigh unbreakable, a bulwark against the encroaching darkness. The Forge Worlds and the Fires of Creation. The creation of adamantium is a process steeped in arcane rituals and complex technologies. Forge Worlds, colossal industrial planets dedicated to the production of war material, are the crucibles where this legendary metal is born. Deep within their fiery depths, under immense pressure and searing temperatures, rare and exotic materials are melded together in a process that takes solar decades to complete. The exact formula remains a closely guarded secret, known only to the highest echelons of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Omnissiah's blessing and the soul of adamantium. The creation of adamantium is not merely a scientific endeavor. It is a sacred rite. Before the process begins, tech priests offer prayers and sacrifices to the Omnissiah, machine god, beseeching his blessing upon the endeavor. It is believed that a fragment of the Omnissiah's divine essence is imbued into the metal during its creation, granting it not just unparalleled strength, but also a spiritual resilience that defies the corrupting influence of chaos. The many faces of adamantium. Adamantium is not a monolithic substance. It exists in several distinct grades, each with unique properties and applications. Adamantium, the Emperor's armor. This is the purest and rarest form of adamantium, reserved for the most sacred and vital creations of the Imperium. It is primarily used in the construction of Terminator armor, the iconic battle suits worn by the Space Marine heroes of the Adeptus Astartes. Its molecular structure is so dense that it can withstand the most devastating weaponry, from Lascanon blasts to the claws of monstrous Xenos creatures. A notable example of adamantium's resilience is the tale of Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. During the defense of the Forge World Graia, his Terminator armor was struck by a direct hit from a Chaos Titan's volcano cannon. Yet, Titus emerged from the inferno unscathed, his armor bearing only superficial scorch marks. Adamantine, the shield of the Imperium. Adamantine is a slightly less pure form of adamantium, but it still possesses exceptional strength and durability. It is commonly used in the construction of spacecraft, fortifications, and heavy weaponry. The adamantine prows of Imperial Navy battleships are known to ram through the hulls of enemy vessels, while the adamantine-reinforced walls of fortresses have withstood centuries of siege. Adamantite, the blade of the Imperium. Adamantite is the least pure grade of adamantium, but it is still far stronger than any conventional metal. It is often used in the creation of weapons and ammunition. Adamantite power swords wielded by Space Marine officers are capable of cleaving through flesh and bone with ease, while adamantite-tipped bolter rounds can pierce even the thickest armor. Price of perfection. The creation and acquisition of adamantium is a costly endeavor, both in terms of resources and lives. The tithe of the Forge World. The Forge Worlds are bound by ancient oaths to provide a steady supply of adamantium to the Imperium. This tithe is a heavy burden, requiring the constant toil of millions of laborers and the sacrifice of countless lives in the dangerous mining and forging processes. The wars for adamantium. The scarcity of adamantium has led to numerous conflicts throughout the Imperium's history. Renegade warlords, Xenos empires, and even chaos forces have all sought to seize control of adamantium deposits, leading to brutal wars that have consumed entire star systems. The Great Rift and the future of adamantium. The emergence of the Great Rift, a massive warp storm that has split the galaxy in two, has further exacerbated the scarcity of adamantium. Many Forge worlds have been cut off from the Imperium, their tides lost to the warp. This has led to a desperate search for alternative materials and a renewed focus on the preservation of existing adamantium reserves. The future of the Imperium may well depend on the ability of the Adeptus Mechanicus to adapt to this new reality. Adamantium in the Imperium's arsenal. Adamantium's resilience and near indestructibility have made it the material of choice for a wide array of applications within the Imperium's military and industrial complex. Terminator armor, apex of protection. The most iconic use of adamantium is in the construction of Terminator armor. This power armor, worn by veteran Space Marines of the First Company or elite Terminator squads, is a walking fortress. The armor's outer plates are crafted from layered adamantium and ceramite, composite material that combines the metal's strength with exceptional heat resistance. The adamantium plates are designed to absorb and dissipate the energy of incoming attacks, whether they be kinetic, thermal, or even psychic in nature. The ceramite layer provides additional protection against heat-based weapons, such as meltaguns and flamers, ensuring that the Space Marine within remains unharmed. Weapons of war, adamantium edge. Adamantium is also used in the creation of various weapons, both melee and ranged. Power swords, wielded by Space Marine officers and champions, are often crafted with adamantium blades. These weapons are capable of cutting through even the toughest armor and flesh, making them devastating in close combat. Bolter ammunition, the standard-issue rounds for Space Marine bolters, are sometimes tipped with adamantium. This allows them to penetrate the armor of enemy infantry and vehicles with ease, increasing their lethality on the battlefield. Fortifications and vehicles. The adamantium bulwark. Adamantium is also used to reinforce fortifications and vehicles, making them more resistant to damage. The walls of Imperial fortresses and bastions are often reinforced with adamantium, making them nearly impregnable to enemy attacks. The armored hulls of tanks and other vehicles are also often reinforced with adamantium, increasing their survivability on the battlefield. This is particularly important for super-heavy vehicles like the Baneblade and the Land Raider, which are expected to withstand tremendous punishment in the line of duty. The adamantium dilemma. While adamantium is a vital asset for the Imperium, its use is not without its drawback. Scarcity and strategic vulnerability. The rarity of adamantium makes it a strategic vulnerability for the Imperium. The loss of a Forge world or a major adamantium deposit can have devastating consequences for the Imperium's war effort. This has led to the development of contingency plans and the exploration of alternative materials. The fact remains that adamantium is irreplaceable in many applications. The temptation of chaos. The power and resilience of adamantium have not gone unnoticed by the forces of chaos. The traitor legions and other chaos warbands covet adamantium for their own nefarious purposes. The theft or corruption of adamantium is a constant threat, as it could be used to create weapons and armor that could turn the tide of battle against the Imperium. The ethical dilemma. The creation of adamantium comes at a great cost in terms of resources and lives. The Forge worlds are often harsh and unforgiving environments, where laborers toil under brutal conditions. The mining and forging processes are dangerous. Accidents are not uncommon. This raises ethical questions about the Imperium's reliance on adamantium and the price it is willing to pay for its continued survival. Future of adamantium. The future of adamantium is uncertain. The scarcity of the metal, exacerbated by the Great Rift, has forced the Imperium to explore alternative materials. However, none have yet been found that can match the unique properties of adamantium. The Adeptus Mechanicus continues to research new ways to create and acquire adamantium. The challenges are immense. The Forge worlds are under constant threat, and the secrets of adamantium's creation are jealously guarded. The Imperium must find a way to balance its need for adamantium with the ethical and strategic concerns that its use raises. The future of the Imperium may well depend on its ability to adapt to this new reality. Adamantium, the Emperor's shield, the Imperium's blade. But is it enough to hold back the night? If this lore dive into the Emperor's armor left you wanting more, give us a like and subscribe for deeper dives into the 41st millennium.